If you're into crypto or even just thinking about it, you've been lied to over and over again. In today's video, I'll be breaking down 10 simple lies and scams that no one's been talking about. And trust me, by the end of the video, it make you rethink everything that you think you know about crypto. I've seen this time and time again over the last 5 to even 10 years. And I know I'm pretty young, but I've been paying attention to the markets. I've been paying attention to the narrative plays. I've been paying attention to the marketing schemes. And trust me, there are a lot of them out there. The first lie is that crypto is a guaranteed way to get rich. People are out there that have made millions of dollars from even small investments. But for every one person that does that, there are 99 hundreds of people who have lost money. Maybe even thousands, millions of people have lost money. And the truth is that 90% of people who invest in crypto, they lose their money. Most people actually lose money. Crypto is highly speculative, highly volatile, and often manipulated by people who have large sums of money, like the whales. And so it's so manipulated that small investors FOMO into it from these influencers, these marketing teams, and all of these things that actually make people jump to want to invest in it. And so the idea of crypto, you can get rich quick with crypto, is true, but it's often a blurred line in terms of the reality of it. You are the exit liquidity. If you find yourself buying the top, you are the exit liquidity mindset rather than actual strategy. And so a lot of 9 times out of 10, everyone at some point becomes exit liquidity. Now the second lie is that blockchain is inherently safe or secure, which it is true but also false. Blockchain itself works, but your wallets, your smart contracts, all these other on-chain things a lot of times aren't secure, at least not fully. Recently, I heard that the Nova wallets, people who attached their Phantom wallet to Nova had actually lost money through their Phantom wallets. And that's because their Phantom wallets are now not secure anymore. But actually wallets in general, smart contracts, wallets, as well as bridges aren't fully secure. Billions and billions of dollars over the years have been lost time and time again through hacks, scams, or even just phishing. And so these different things allow blockchain to have little loopholes that people who know how to operate these things can inherently steal your money if they really want to. And so that comes with a little bit of an issue, but obviously it's secure, right? Now, the third one would be the price will always go up in the long run. Now, not only is this wishful thinking, but you're setting yourself up for failure. And this idea was actually borrowed from the stock market with the idea of these index fund idea, where look at the NASDAQ since 1970 and now it's 2025 and it's up however much percent, or the S&P 500 and NASDAQ and whatever. The truth is that this is the biggest lie, because there are hundreds, if not thousands, of coins that have been top 10 that are now currently either worthless or nonetheless not to be found. So they've either abandoned them or they're worthless. And so the idea is that only invest what you're willing to lose, but at the same time, have an optimistic mindset and know what crypto is like. Crypto is highly volatile. I should have mentioned this before. I am not a financial advisor. Anything I say, you do invest at your own risk. Now, like I said before, you only should invest the 80-20 rule. 80% in safe, 20% in high risk. Anyways, do what you will with that information. Number 4 would be the project has revolutionary technology. A lot of times, these projects are just clones of other projects with little different tweaks. And so what they're doing essentially is just borrowing authority from something else. Let's say, for instance, they'll use hype words like AI, Web3, DeFi, all these different things to entice investors to come in and invest the money. When a lot of times these things are also rug pulls, different layer tools essentially, just to entice more investors to come in and think that they're gonna get rich quick. Because remember, the first one I said was that crypto has this idea that it is a get rich quick thing. And a lot of people who are hungry will invest in these things, and inherently they will lose money. And so don't be that person who think that I'm gonna get rich like this. No, there is a playbook to it, and chances are you're on the wrong side of the playbook. And if you follow this video, maybe you will see where that gets to, but I'll get into that later on in the video. The fifth thing that I want to talk about is that it's decentralized. This is one of the biggest lie, because a lot of times these decentralized projects have small teams, DAOs, or even one person operating behind the scenes. Token distribution that has governance voting is centralized. Now, this is one of the biggest one. Not your keys, not your crypto. We've heard it time and time again, but here we are. Come invest with us. Come stake your coins with us. Come lend your coins with us with this lending protocol. Not your keys, not your coins. So with that being said, when you have your money in these exchanges, on these lending protocols, on these bridging platform, whatever it is, not your keys, not your crypto. So remember to have a ledger. If you do need a ledger, check my channel description. You will see a link and go into it. You will find it there. You'll find a link to get a ledger wallet. Essentially get it at a discount. Check it out, support the channel. But moving on, number 7 would be it's outside of government's control. While this is somewhat true, regulation is coming and it's coming fast. And so these on-ramps often are even regulated, where crypto itself as a whole can be tracked, it can be taxed, or it can even be taken from you. That's a real thing. It can be tracked, it can be taxed, and it can be even taken from you. Regulation is coming in, and it's coming in faster than people can even imagine. 5 years ago, you aren't seeing a lot of the things that you were seeing even today. And I can only imagine it getting worse later on. And so no matter when you're watching this, just understand that there will be more regulation coming in crypto, especially when you have the CBDCs or the UBIs of the world. Trust me, there will be more regulation. But continue, moving on. High APY and high returns. A lot of these high APYs are literally Ponzi schemes. For every investor that invests, that's how they pay out the next investor that invested before. And so these are often not sustainable long term. And so over a period of time now, you start to see more and more that these things just aren't sustainable. So they're promising you X amount of percentage, let's say a 10,000% APY. Just know that the next person after you is paying for that. And the next person after that is paying for that person. And so it's just this constant Ponzi scheme of just adding new people in it. Almost like the Ty Lopez situation. I don't know if you guys heard about Ty Lopez, but he's in this big Ponzi scheme. Just check it out on YouTube or Google. It's crazy. But that's literally what a Ponzi scheme is. Just check out what's going on with that, and you will know what a Ponzi scheme is. It's crazy. You don't want to be a part of that. So last but not least, you missed Bitcoin. This coin is the next Bitcoin. A lot of these are just narrative plays. These are just marketing tactics to get you, the investors, in it. A lot of times they're rug pulls, because guess what? There will never be another Bitcoin, because there is only one Bitcoin. Bitcoin was all about timing. Bitcoin was all about the narrative. And a lot of times Bitcoin was also the proof of there's only one coin that can do what Bitcoin do at the moment. Bitcoin. And so you can try again and try to replicate it, but at the same time, Bitcoin is actually perceived as digital gold. So now in the eyes of the public, everyone perceived that to be digital gold. So how is it that you're going to create yours and say, what, you're going to have digital silver? It's still going to be worth less than digital gold. Just got to really just think more about it and deeply. Genuinely do your own research before. See what's going on. There's a bit of separate video on how to do your research on crypto, but I'll get to that. Secondly, you have to have your own ledger. Like I said, ledger description in the bio, you will find it. Check some links and you'll find it. If you guys enjoyed that video, leave down below a video that you would like to see me do next. Again, if you learned something also, comment down below, man. Thank you. See you guys in the next one. Peace.